Hi, so today I really need to vent to somebody else than my husband. So here I am. Hi, I'm Judith. I live with a chronic illness and this is my life. It's a beautiful day today. I wish it would stay like that, but it's supposed to be rain and maybe some thunderstorm, who knows. And then for the weekend, it doesn't look too good, but the week after is supposed to be nice. So hopefully it will stay that way. But yeah, so I'm here today because I need to vent. I need to vent other than my husband because we're just, we're venting together. So it doesn't calm me because he agrees with me anyway. So there's actually no way. I just need to tell it so I can move on with my life. Anyway, I just don't understand people sometimes. Anyway, so I need to, the hell hit the, anyway, I need to situate you in my backyard before I start complaining. I live in a residential neighborhood. I've been living here for 18 years now, and I have two neighbors, one on the left, one on the right. I have two neighbors in the back that their lot juxtapose our lot because I have a bigger lot for the house. Anyway, so when we moved in, there was no, it was a new neighborhood. So when we moved in, it wasn't fenced. And since we were moving in with young kids, we decided to fence the yard. So how it works here, it's usually neighbors pay half, and we put the fence in the middle. So my neighbor to the left paid with us, my neighbor to the right paid with us, but the two neighbors in the back didn't want to pay, they didn't want the fence. So we paid the fence and we've built the fence on our side of the property. My neighbor on the left side of the house decided that he wanted some cedar to make it more private. So he put cedar on his side, on his backyard. The one on the right of my house, they rarely came out because his ex-wife was really, had a lot of allergies, season allergies. So they were really rarely outside in the backyard. And our two neighbors in the back, one is two ladies. They come out in their backyard, but only on their patio. And their patio, well, the house the house that are in the back are a little bit higher than we are. So their patio is higher as well, so they could see in our backyard. But we wanted a little bit more privacy, and my husband didn't want to put cedar, so we bought bushes that came like a big bush, a big trees. I don't remember the name of them, but to have some privacy, which turned out pretty well. And those two ladies also put their shed close to the fence in the middle of their backyard, so it blocks the view, which is fine as well. And my other neighbor, he never came outside either. So He didn't have any patio furniture, nothing. He just cut his grass maybe twice, twice during the summer. His grass came super high, and he had so, and he has even had hard time cutting it when he did cut it because it was so long and it keeps moisture, and his push mower is just not doing it. Anyway, so he didn't came out a lot. So I decided that I wanted vines, and the vines that I bought I bought the same vine, two colors. I don't remember the name, but one did pink flowers and the other one did purple flowers all summer. So it's super beautiful on the fence. So I had bought two. So for 18 years, those vines grew on our fence. And my husband, a little later though, planted a grapevine on this side because the neighbor that they didn't come out because the wife was allergic to the seasons. We made fun with her on that. We put one grapevine there, so it would give, because grapevine come really thick. So one on this side, and he put one in the back as well. Everything was great. Last Saturday, it was a beautiful day. It was the end of May. I cut my grass at the end of May because I leave flowers, wildflowers like dandelions and clover flowers grow in the spring for the bees, because bees are important. So I leave those there, and at the end of May, I cut the grass. So there was a week left to the end of May, and it was supposed to rain a lot, so we wouldn't be able to cut the grass. So we decided to cut the grass on Saturday. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting to the rent. Anyway, so Saturday, my husband mows the lawn. I do the weed eater. I love doing the weed eaters. There's something satisfying when by doing the weed eater. Anyway, so I did the weed eater, go around my house, I go to the back of my backyard to trim around my vine and around the cedars. And then my backyard that is juxtaposed to this guy, my neighbor's house, the one that didn't go out. I realized that it's cut. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Like it's cut. You know where I'm getting, right? So I asked my husband, did you cut the vine in the back? Because maybe, I don't know, maybe it was dead or something. March, April, and the beginning of May was so crappy weather that we didn't go out in the backyard. So I noticed it only on Saturday because it was pretty much the first time that it was nice out and everything, and we were cleaning the yard. And so he said, no, I did not. He said, it fell. Vines don't just fell. So I said, no, it's cut. And you could see like the cuts in it. So I said a lot of bad words. Keep in mind, it's an 18-year-old vine that I've planted 18 years ago. So I said, oh my God, that neighbor cut the vine. When I said that, I mean, anger through my veins. So he was outside because he made himself a girlfriend. I don't know when, but she moved in not too long ago, and now they have patio furniture, and he was outside. He was building an elevated garden for her, I guess, because he never came outside for the 18 years I've been here. It was the first time I saw furniture in the backyard. So I told my husband, I said, can you go ask him? Because if I go, it's not going to be good. I was very mad. I said, it was not going to be good if I'm the one that goes. I can go, but I'm telling you. So he goes, he asks the guy. The guy answers, yes. My husband goes, it's my fence. You didn't pay. The guy says, yeah, I cut it because it was going on my shed. And then my husband said, you could have cut the vines that are going on your shed, not the whole vine on my fence. The guy goes, I didn't think of that. What? What? You didn't think of it? Do I look stupid to you? Seriously. So my husband, but he wasn't that well. He kept calm, and since the guy told us the truth, what can my husband say? My husband told him something like along the lines of, "You could have asked me, or you could have told me," and then the guy said, "Yeah, I know." He says, "I'm going to plant," and then he starts telling my husband what he was going to plant there. So it finishes. My husband comes to me and talks to me, and I was like, I don't care what the hell he does in his backyard. My fence, my vine, an 18-year-old vine that he just cut it. I was pissed. And now I see my vine cut every time I come to sit in my backyard. So I went and I cleaned because he cut and he didn't like, he told my husband that he cutted the vine because it was going on his shed, but my vine are here and his shed is here, so he could have cut only that's what we have, a vine with this neighbor, and that's what he does if the vine goes like too far, because sometimes they just decide to go straight out, and he either redirect the vine or he just cut the vine that's out. But that's not what he did. He cut the feet of the vine on my side. He probably went through because we have chain links as a fence, so he cut it probably through the chain link. Who does that? So what I did is I found other branches of the vine that was still growing at the bottom that probably he didn't see. So I took those and I weaved them through the fence again. They're still there. I'm still mad because first, it's my fence, my property, my vine. I wouldn't mind that if he had cut the vine that went onto his shed, just cut it or redirect it. None, but no, he had the audacity. Oh, my eyes itch.
2 hours later.
So he had the audacity to cut the vine. Anyway, I'm very sad about that vine. It was a beautiful vine. So hopefully this rent of mine, renting here, will will make me go past it now and let it go, because there's nothing I can do other than just wait for the vine to grow back and monitor it so he doesn't go and cut the rest of it. I told my husband, you need to put a camera in the backyard, which is not a bad idea anyway. Have a camera system in front and in the back. You know, it's not yours and it's not respectful. you know? There was like what? A few branches. You could have just cut it. That's it. Could cut those. No. He went and cut the vine, the feet of it. Like, I know it's not that big of a deal. I know people that have bigger problems with their neighbor than this. I've heard horror stories. We are very fortunate because my neighbors, he's just a twit. He's just a twit. But we get along very well, actually, with all of our neighbors. This is just a twit, I guess. I don't know, but I'm mad now. I'm really mad. Anyway, tell me a neighbor story for me to be laughing because, or, ranting with you on neighbors. Something that happened to you, or, somebody that something happened to them. It will make me feel better. Thank you for listening. Please like the videos, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.